We are one day out. It's the World Cup final tomorrow and the bronze medal game today, but it has all come down to Spain against Argentina in what is a first ever World Cup final between the reigning European and South American champions. And after game 103 will be played today, it will be game 104 tomorrow. The World Cup final, we're looking ahead to it in today's show. Thank you so much for being with us. Kay Murray, Shaka Hislop, Nader Manua and Alejandro Moreno. Just a few things to know as we do head into tomorrow's final between Spain and Argentina. Argentina seeking to become the first nation to win 4 straight major titles. Spain 5-0-1 in win, draw and losses in the last 6 major tournament finals. They're on a 37-game unbeaten streak in all competitions. Messi will become the oldest outfield player to appear in a World Cup final at 39 years and 25 days. And 11 of the last 13 men's major finals have been won by the team with an extra day of rest. All things to talk about as we welcome in Alex Aljo in New York ahead of tomorrow's final. We'll be hearing from Alex in just a moment. Let me tell you, she's been rubbing shoulders with some big names in the last few days. Not just you guys here when you've
she's also been wearing a cowboy hat in the last few days,
yes,
but there you go.
She wasn't doing that though. She wasn't doing that when she met these big names yesterday. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's get to what it's all come down to here, Ale. The big final between Spain and Argentina, finalissima.
Yeah, and the storylines coming into this final are all over the place, and it really depends on what you want to focus on. But honestly, when you think about the contrast of what these two teams have been coming into this final and the contrast in style, the possession of Spain and the grit, fight, heart, soul, and all of that from Argentina, their willingness to die for Lionel Messi and to die for Argentina on the field, is that enough to upset the quality of execution of Spain and the quality of possession of Spain? It's two contrasting styles coming into a final in which there's a whole lot to play for. Lionel Messi, Lamine Yamal, the picture that has gone around the world that we had seen years upon years ago, but now has become the storyline of all storylines coming into this final. There's a lot of juxtaposition, a lot of things, a lot of stories coming and going, but most of all, it's two very talented teams that should make for a very entertaining final.
Yeah, it absolutely should. I feel so many people are saying Spain because of the way that they do play and forgetting what we've been seeing from Argentina in this never say die and fighting manner that they play, Shaka.
Yeah, and unsurprisingly, and in the one instance, probably suits Argentina, given that they were second favourites, certainly in the semi-final as well, go as far back as you absolutely like. They aren't bothered by that. They aren't bothered by who the bookies favour over them. To Ali's point, their only concern is what they give on the pitch, and they have shown that they will give it all till the very end. Everything we've said about Argentina, an ageing team, they aren't what they used to be 3.5 years ago. None of that has been evidenced, certainly in the semi-final, and expect to see exactly the same. Now, Spain, that display against France really was one to be reckoned with, but Argentina provides a very different test to France, to what they put up against Spain. This is Argentina with a never-say-die attitude that I'm not sure many other teams have been able to boast.
Yeah, the way this tie is set up is so interesting because when you showed all the stats that leading into this game, you realise both these teams, they just don't lose games of football. And as they get further and further into these
somebody's going to have to lose.
Well, thank you.
For different reasons.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. Yeah, for completely different reasons. And you just see it. Like I wasn't down on Spain. I was high on France. Then just before the game, people say, well, Spain have beaten France the last 2 times, and it wasn't like 10 years ago. It's like all within the last 18 months, basically. So you're like, okay. And then Spain do what they do. Then you see Argentina playing against England, and I'm saying England
sure
the
it wasn't
favourite.
our sandbox that convinced you about Spain?
Do you know, one of our 20 sandboxes,
No sandbox today, sadly. Sorry, guys. No
listen,
sandbox
we're a bit
today.
late for the ESPYs, but maybe next year, eh?
The year after that.
But yeah, like even
Still waiting for our invitations.
So we look at Spain, 37 games unbeaten at international level is outrageous. So even if that was club level, you say, well, this is an elite team. But at international level, it's staggering. But then we're talking about Argentina being the underdogs in a World Cup final with Lionel Messi in the team. That almost makes me feel sick as a thought, because that, in some ways, for the culture that, say, Argentina have, which some people like, don't like, the sporting culture, the footballing side of things, when you see what it's like in the dressing room, when you see all the players singing the same songs, doing the same gestures as the fans, football is everything to them. And they have probably the best player that's ever played the game. And they're going to enter that final as underdogs. Like, that is a scary, scary proposition.
Now, we mentioned big-name players who Alex Aljo was rubbing shoulders with yesterday. One of them, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Tell us more, Alex.
Yes, I had a great day yesterday. It started with David Beckham and Kaka. Then, as you can see there, I went on to do a podcast with Zlatan, with Zidane and David Beckham again. And Zlatan actually said something really interesting. He said, I hope that Lamine Yamal isn't starstruck by Lionel Messi, and we've all seen that photo, haven't we? It is hard not to think that that's AI, that photo of Lionel Messi giving Lamine Yamal a bath. But I don't think Lamine Yamal is the type of player that's going to be starstruck by Lionel Messi. Yeah, look at it there, look at it there. It certainly looks like AI, doesn't it? But I just don't think that Lamine Yamal is going to be starstruck at all. And he's due a big game, isn't he? He did play well in the last game because he played for the team, but I think we are due a big performance from Lamine Yamal. Hopefully he wasn't eating anything too unhealthy from that street salad here in New York City. But yeah, he's had a great tournament because I think this Spain team hasn't been about him, has it? They haven't relied on one superstar, on Lamine Yamal. It's been about the collective, the team effort, the family, as Luis de la Fuente keeps saying. And one thing I want to say as well, David Beckham was booed on stage with me because he sat on the fence when I asked him his prediction for the final, and there were so many Spain fans in the room, a lot of Real Madrid fans outnumbering the Argentinians, and I think they expected him to say Spain, but he couldn't say Spain because of his bestie, Leo Messi.
Ah, see, even David Beckham gets booed. We don't like fence sitting when it comes to predictions. You have got to take a side. So Alex just mentioned that photo with Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal. There it is. Lionel Messi giving Lamine Yamal, baby Lamine.
A healthy size Lamine Yamal.
We've actually heard from Lionel Messi on this very moment. Here's what he had to say.
Y nada, desearle lo mejor. La verdad que esa foto es una locura porque bueno, en la vida, ¿no? Yo me hice una foto cuando él era bebé y que hoy estemos los dos enfrentando una Copa del Mundo.
Social media has been brilliant with all of this. I know you've seen this, Shaka, where they're giving comparisons, one of them being Harry Potter and Voldemort, and how that baby can come back later and maybe haunt you.
Yeah, was the other one from the Lion King, Scar and Simba. It just kept going on and on. And it's funny because as everybody keeps mentioning, to feel that you roll the clock forward, 18 years, and this is happening. These two players are meeting each other in a World Cup final. Any other context would be unbelievable. But then you're talking about the greatest to have ever done it. And the player who is at 19 years old making a case as the heir apparent makes this all the more incredible, all the more surreal in so many ways. And now one of those will be crowned world champion. Listen, I again, just kind of to the understory or the backstory to this World Cup final, it doesn't get more incredible, it doesn't get any more unbelievable than that one.
As it pertains to both of those players on the field, Argentina need the best of Lionel Messi in order for them to have an opportunity to win this final against Spain. Whereas Spain, they haven't had the best of Lamine Yamal, and I don't think they need the best of Lamine Yamal in order to win tomorrow against Argentina. They would like to have that version, and particularly if I'm Lamine Yamal and I'm looking at the matchup against Nicolas Tagliafico, I'm saying, clear out, give me the ball, I'll get after this guy. A healthy, fully fit version of Lamine Yamal is looking at Tagliafico and saying, I am going to take you for a dance today, I'm going to take you for a ride, you have no chance against me, because while he is a serviceable defender, he doesn't have the pace to keep up with Lamine Yamal. Maybe Lamine Yamal has saved his best moment and his best match for the greatest moment of all, and that is a World Cup final.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I think as you look at what Lamine Yamal's been saying throughout the tournament, he's been saying he's excited for these knockouts. The bigger the stage, the more he wants to perform. And I think in some ways, even though Spain were great as a collective in the semi-final, I think we are forgetting that Luca Dean at left-back for France was in hell for 90 minutes. Like, Lamine Yamal was quicker, stronger, technically better, everything. It was really affecting Dini to where he had to come off for Hernandez. So he did have an impact in that game because it sort of forced Dini to play a different type of game to what he wanted to do. And I think going into this final, obviously Alex has spoken to somebody that is an expert. But if you listen to...
Oh, you have some differences with Zlatan.
Listen,
right?
we don't sit on the fence here. We do not sit on the fence here. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like he's saying, he hope he isn't in awe of Messi. There's nothing that I've seen from Lamine Yamal that would make you think for a single second that that would be the case. And I think if you listen to what he's saying, if you observe the way that he's playing, there will be Lamine Yamal could not be more excited for this World Cup final.
Let's get some more pictures of Alex's day yesterday with Nedum's buddy, with Zlatan Ibrahimovic in those pictures.
My
Parents as well. How
My
special is
parents
that,
crashed
Alex?
the
That's
party.
lovely.
Yeah, I said to Zlatan, I said to my parents, the son you never had, and then sent it to my brother, and I said, sorry, you've been replaced. But he understood. Zlatan can replace him. I'm sure it'd be hard work as a son, wouldn't he? And then, yeah, there I am with David Beckham and Kaka. It was a really great day yesterday. It's been a really special tournament as well. I followed Argentina and Spain throughout. It seems a long time ago that Spain drew 0-0 with Cape Verde. I remember speaking to Mikel Oyarzabal after that game, and I said, you know, what's happening? What's going on with Spain? Like, thought you guys were going to win it. And he said, tranquila, tranquila, just you wait, just you wait. And I do believe that Spain are going to win this.
OK, so that's your prediction. That's your prediction. Give us a score prediction then, Alex.
You know what? And I'm going to go for another bold prediction. I think Spain are going to dominate. I think it's going to be easy for them. Famous last words, eh?
Yep, OK.
I'm going to go 3-0. 3-0 Spain.
Oh, OK. More from Alex Aljo.
Somebody should say, tranquila,
No, she's right to what. Alex, thank you so much. We'll be hearing from you, of course, tomorrow as well. Thank you so much for being with us. ESPN FC has you covered 2 p.m. Eastern with all the build-up on Sunday ahead of the big one, the World Cup final.